Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kill10Rats. Welcome back to the Staglands. Welcome back to Serpent in the Staglands. This is sort of, yet not quite an LP at this point, considering that when I returned from a bit of a trip over the weekend, I suddenly found that the initial video I made about the game had, considering the size of this channel, rather explodified. And welcome to several new subscribers and not yet subscribed folks who enjoy this video, hopefully. So I decided to just make another one for the time being, because I had another look around the map of the game and found out that down here in Sector 1 is the city of Coram, where we were advised to head. And I also found that around to the east here is a large area that had some map notes that didn't sound entirely friendly, like a reverse and sort of annotations on the map that basically indicated that the east is a bit of a bad idea at this stage. Now, I said initially I'm hesitate to call this a Let's Play quite yet. This is only because I still have to sort of reorganize things around a bit, and then probably we'll make this a daily upload thing at the start of the week, like Monday, Tuesday, around this point, where we're just gonna make this a regular series and go through the game together. So maybe there's not a video on Monday quite yet, but starting Tuesday it might actually start hitting like day by day, just so you're aware. Now, I'm not sure how the traveling works, if we can just click, you know, on one and then we're there. Let's find out. Oh, like that. No. Maybe here? Ah, but then you have like that's what the rations are for though. Oh god, I hope we're not gonna starve. What's this say? Lebes. But this looks like there's a road here, so yeah, maybe? Let's have a look around. I mean, we could potentially probably have moved on, I guess. I'm curious how this works. I'm curious to find this out. I mean, I'm hopefully not blundering around too much, but you know, it's a game that does things like I should sort of get it, because I used to play these games a lot, but it's been a while, so by now you're used to games doing things a little differently, and some of these features can catch you a little off guard, but it's really cool. Like, I'm really enjoying this sort of, you know, going back to the roots, so to speak. Okay, so we're at the southern end of this map area, I guess, and it's nighttime. And now I'm curious, like, we had in our inventory, we had some food items. Yeah. Can stay edible, right click to use, will rejuvenate some health if eaten. This will also natural healing benefits. But do we actually need sort of rations, and will we starve halfway to Coram, or what's gonna happen? I mean, we'll see. I'm gonna quick save and see if this is a horrible idea to go into this area. Let's have a quick look around. If the first enemy will just completely obliterate the party, then, you know, it's a duck. Granted, that's not an enemy. I guess we don't count that, but I'm scared already. And the game did say if you... Oh. A guard stops you several feet from the gate, leading you to believe that past visitors haven't all been friendly and he's taking no chances. Putting on an expression of good intention, Nico steps forward. Halt, you cannot enter the town at night. Come back anon. Very well. Awesome. Awesome. I mean, not that we can't enter the town, but that the guards actually sort of pay attention to the day-night cycle and don't just let this ragtag group of strangers masquerading as merchants in during the middle of the night. That is really cool. I wonder, can we pass the time? Can we pass the time in some way? Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Let us check the hotkeys. Is there some sort of wait option? I don't think there is here. Maybe there is on the... Oh wait, this maybe... No, this is pausing it. What about this? This is just the options menu? Yeah, okay. Maybe not then. Unless I'm missing it again. Entirely possible, even likely. I should mention the game has been patched a couple of times since it released. I think they're up from release version 2 to version 5 now with a variety of fixes. Does this do anything, or will this just make us travel north? No, this just indicates... We'll just move along for now and get to the city. Maybe that'll actually show off a little more of the game than I can by just randomly traipsing around the wilderness. Coram, there we are. This is a pretty neat traveling system. I was expecting some sort of, you know, having to go through each area individually, so it sort of gives you the freedom to explore, but also to just make a beeline for the next, you know, stage of your intended quest. What was I talking about? Patches. Yeah, patches. Game has been patched a couple of times, addressing a variety of issues that the game seems to have encountered since it released. And yeah, I mean, you know, that's a pretty fast cycle of patches. If you consider that they rolled out a bunch of hotfixes and what seems like a full patch in a couple of days. So yeah, again, like, nice to see a dedicated development team behind an indie title. That's something that I've been seeing a lot of lately. Also, the patching itself, just so you're aware, is also quite a bit of an old school type of patching where you just copy the files into the game folder and clickety-click on a patcher and it does the rest. So nothing spectacularly big, just be aware it takes such humongous effort as opening the Windows Explorer or your Mac equivalent and copy pasting some files. Just if you're, you know, or you do it on Steam and it does it for you, as far as I know. Yeah, but yeah, just mentioning it. Great, more lemmings. I'd rather face a pack of wolves than these boil-brained simpletons. Catalina really is a ray of sunshine in a gloomy world. That's rich coming from someone who has the wits of a blunt axe. Why are we... like, I mean... Nico has these insulting conversation options with his party quite a lot. It's not my favorite either, but it is necessary. We'll leave soon enough. Yes, we will side with our tank because she has a big axe and we don't. So, what gives? Emil, a young Varukov man, is standing at the gate, intensely searching the face and figure of every visitor that enters the city. He sees you and a spark of recognition lights in his eyes. With a quick step, he walks toward you and... Nico steps forward. Hail, friend. People calling you friend is generally never good. I have been waiting many days looking for one described like you. I have news that is urgent and could not risk missing you as you entered the town. I am, well, was the messenger of Airline, and I have tidings that I think you must hear. He was the messenger of Airline. Does that mean Airline is in no position to send any more messengers? What tidings? The worst of the news is that Airline has, well, disappeared. I mean, he's dead. I can't believe it, but I saw his body, and it was him. I would know him anywhere. Do I actually believe you? Or is this misinformation? Dead? What happened? He left one night, said he'd be visiting the shipping guild. I think he believed someone there could assist him on his business. He never confided in me, so I know not what he was about, but the next morning he was not back, nor the next night. Finally I snuck into the shipping yards, and I saw his lifeless body stuffed against a wall. That's terrible, or he should not have gone if he could not defend himself. While that's there's some truth to that, but that's terrible. His wounds were clearly those of a dagger, though I ran before I could look closely. I didn't want to meet the same end, for I knew he would wish me to look for you and tell you the news if he fell. I am sorry to be the bearer of such tidings and no real help at all in your business. Indeed, you aren't very helpful. I am glad you have found me. I will seek what answers I can. I wish you luck. I'll be leaving back to the temple now. Farewell, friend. Farewell. Yeah, that's fantastic news, of course. So, our one link to this world who actually knows who we are is dead. And I guess the only other people in the world who know who we are out to get us, if there really is such a thing as a sort of a conspiracy that surrounds us, and if it isn't just some other god playing around with some shenanigans, of course. But hey, we have reached the city, so we can get an impression on what that's like. We have a bunch of scenic NPC settlers standing around, doing nothing much. And some sailors, some more ducks. Well, can never have enough of those. What else? More settlers. And a building of some description. Storekeep. Right. Is there also maybe some sort of inn? A clothier? So, the merchant quarter, I guess? Blacksmith? Looking for a new weapon or maybe a fine piece of armor. Traveler like yourself shouldn't face the roads without good armor strapped to your back. Got the finest iron and bronze goods here in Coram for the best price. I'd like to take a look. So what do you have? Something different than the other merchant? Wow, okay. That's actually not too badly expensive. But we already have an axe. And I guess Nico here isn't going to do much in the way of close combat, and Wilhelm is more of a ranged type fellow. Could go for a better shield, or at least, you know, just knowing that it exists, that you can actually get some better items there. That is also good to know, but yeah, mysterious. I mean, for the moment we have the impression that maybe we have been told the truth, or maybe someone has made Airline disappear and wants us to believe that he's dead, so we don't go looking any further. Hence the, you know, I swear he's dead, I saw it with my own eyes. But who is this guy really? Can we actually, you know, trust this guy? Gabby the Spicer. Would it be a good idea to talk to another Spicer, considering that we're not really are one? Maybe? Maybe? Let's check what the conversation options are. Hail, traveler, another Spicer I see. Out tramping the roads? That's right. Are you seeking out barter, a trade of exotic goods? You look like you've been on the roads, but I might have some interesting wares you haven't seen before. Just got a shipment in from the Lacovinian Isles. Would you like to take a look? So you're just a merchant, are you? I have no wish to barter with a competitor. Well, show me what you have. Oh, wow. Some very exotic looking stuff here, so I guess the spices really are sort of the, you know, traveling, uncovering strange magical devices. Summoning horns for... what does it say? Very magical summoning horn that will bring wolves to your side. These horns are made from a variety of materials, and this one appears to be made from ivory wood and iron rings. Harbinger levels required for use. Right, yes, those skills. Who are you? Seraphim? Yes, what business have you approaching a Viking? What do we know what a Viking is? I mean, we probably do. What are you doing in Coram? I thought Vikings were supposed to be the best swordsmen in the land. I don't understand that connection, but let's ask it. I am an ambassador of the Varukov King, and I am scouting the news of the land. Coram is one of many stops on my journey. I too am traveling the land. If you wish for companions, you might travel with me. It is not an unattractive offer. I have not had the easiest time on the road alone. Where are you headed, and what is the object of your journey? To Emerald Metallis, and my business is my own. North and spice trading. Well, from here on out, everything is pretty much north, unless you're intending to get your feet wet. So we'll go with north and spice trading, and I think, yes, Emerald Metallis is where our, you know, our Airline's brother was, or was he in Coram? I may actually have to go back and look that up, because while this game has a journal, I'll just show you quickly. Let's be off. Well, there we get the companion splash screen again, and we have another party member, which is very good, because, you know, there is still that risk of getting our asses kicked, and wow, you have a lot of hit points. What level are you? 3. Hey. And he's very strong. I like. Okay. You will, hopefully, in the party formation, move up a little. How did that work again? Oh, change order. Yes. And let's do that again. Okay. So yeah, this is the journal. As you can see, the auto quest log is definitely not happening. So if you want a quest note in the game, go right ahead. Because, yeah, this is about the size of it. And, you know, it's when you go to, yeah, okay, no. We're not programming a C64 here. That game is not that old. In any case, yeah, that's what I'm just bringing up in a context of me sort of relying on the fact that what Airline told us about his brother would actually be something I can look up somewhere in the game, but unless I actually take that note for myself, I can't. Which is, you know, it's definitely accurate to what this game is doing. I like it. Right, you are Marlena. I don't know why I'm bothering you with my bunch of ragtags here, but we are in exploration mode. How now, friend? You are most welcome in the Pleasure District, the wettest port in town, as we like to say. Tell me, what is your fancy? We have boys and girls, and they all expertly trained to please any patron. Oh dear. I'm not sure what you charge. Between 30 to 50 emeralds for a half day's pleasure. Some of my men and women are of higher demand, you'll understand. I think I'll pass. Farewell. Right, so... I don't know what that says about me, that one of the first places I somehow intuitively find in the city is the brothel, but... never mind. Good. Hello, sailor, while we're on the subject. What else? What else? Where was this? There's some stairs going down there, so maybe this is another district of the city? I am curious. And there is, of course, the meta of the shipyard. Let us actually quick save, because, of course, you know, with our new badass party member here, we should actually be somewhat better in a defensive position, but we can still die horribly. This is nothing. Okay. Guess we can't go anywhere here. What about here? No. Oh well. I think this is a bit of a better overview if we... Yeah, okay. Let's head on over there. This is if you hit the M key, it seems to go into this sort of bird's eye mode. Okay. You are a dock worker, so... You are not very interesting. Okay, where does this go? Area transitioning. Curious, curious. There are many types of summoning horns and they will draw different creatures to your command. Yeah, we definitely need to get on getting ourselves some emeralds and then getting ourselves some magic items, because they sound pretty cool. Okay. You are a guildsman, and let me check, you're a guildsman? You're a guildsman. I'm surprised, gratified, and shocked. Right, where does this go? We are... Oh! Spontaneous materialization. You are Costache? Yes. Are you a member of this guild? Do not touch my ropes, Paean. You smell of filth and oxdun. Very charming. Actually, does this make a difference? Because it always says it's it always says it is our somewhat abrasive tank talking. Maybe we should actually move our divine leader into point position so he can make the conversation. I'm not sure if that actually matters, but my apologies for this somewhat erratic cut. Unfortunately, I have played around 5 minutes ahead, and Shadowplay decided that it needed a bit of a break. So I'll just redo it quickly. In any case, we're heading for the shipyard quarter, the shipbuilders quarter. Trying to remember where to actually pick back up on, because it is a bit disorienting to suddenly lose a few minutes of footage. Right, I wanted to go and show off some more of the NPCs you can meet down there before we sort of face the decision on what to do next, because there are quite a few options that we can tackle. And, you know, what details we might go into progressing from right now, where we're just not really sure what happened to Airline, other than the word we have by this random messenger that we've never really heard of, who also didn't really seem all that interested in actually staying in contact, I suppose. So that's a bit strange. Right, let us progress here, and then we should be able to see the ship captain. Where are you? Hello. I'm looking for a rather specific NPC who had a somewhat disconcerting bit of dialogue that I wanted to show you quickly. I think he may be down here. Yeah. Quite interesting actually, because the implications for playing Nikolai as not such a nice guy are somewhat hilarious in that regard. Right, so there he is. Let's talk to him. Ho there, merchant, what brings you to these docks? I wish to see the shipping district. I am looking to speak with one of the shipping guild. I am actually looking to speak with one of the shipping guild. Carry on east, you'll find them at the end of the docks, but before you leave, I have an offer an ambitious looking traveler like you might wish to hear. So there you go, thinking, oh, maybe he'll give us a quest. So what is it? Your mercenaries seem to be of strong stock. I am looking for laborers and would buy one of their contracts off you. So he's basically offering to buy one of our companions, if I understand him correctly. Which, if you play your divine protagonist here as a bit of a shady, not so nice god, you know, suddenly one of your traveling companions gets on your nerves a little. Maybe you don't like what Catalina has to say when entering the town about all these sheep-faced villagers or lemmings, and then, well, why not sell her? Well, but I don't know, it doesn't really seem right to sell someone. That's one option. What kind of laborers? There are areas along the western coast that need bodies for various tasks, chopping down trees, building rafts, digging quarries. They will be well treated, I can assure you. Well treated by whom? Oh, their new masters, of course. I don't know, it doesn't really seem right to sell someone, even a mercenary. Even a mercenary. Yeah. It's not really selling them, I'm not a slaver after all. No. You're selling me their contract and I will be using their services for my own purposes. I will release them once they have fulfilled their duties. Call it what you will, it's not right and I respect my companions. Now, one thing I'm not entirely sure about is if this actually applies to these guys, because as I found out, as I went a little further down the pier here, there are actually swords for hire, like proper mercenaries in this game. Like her. Hail, merchant, looking for a mercenary for hire? I've skill with a blade and have protected over a dozen caravans. Mayhaps, what's your rate? I'll stick with you for the rest of the season for 50 emeralds. 50 isn't entirely, you know, unreasonable. What I was wondering about is the seasons. Because the game does count time as you travel. So I wouldn't put it past the game to actually eventually confront you with a dialogue that says, hey, season's over, it's spring now, pay up. You know, where you just have to rehire them, which of course would be rather reasonable. Or if the season is just a way of expressing sort of indefinitely. You know, you just hire me, you pay up once, and then, you know, it goes on from there. I don't have the emeralds for that now, but mayhap later. We don't really do that at the moment, but this made me wonder, maybe this is the type of person you can only sell, or, you know, it's the contract you can sell to the ship captain. And maybe you can't hand over Catalina, which seems more likely. But on the other hand, I'm tempted to find out. Like, I'm rather tempted to start up a playthrough at some point where you just portray the character as a, you know, a bit of an evil git, and see what kind of shenanigans you can get up to with selling your companions and whatnot. Now here we have the shippers. Ho there, where do you think you're headed to, merchant? The shipping yard are off limits to anyone but guild workers. Turn away or you will be removed by force, as you say. If we were to proceed, I suspect we were to get our behinds beat. Because considering what the game did to us when we opened that wardrobe after a warning, you know, in the first episode, I wouldn't doubt that we are just, you know, getting severely wrecked if we proceed in there openly. Which presents the question, what do? Like, there is options to look for Airline's brother, who I suspect is an Emerald Metallist, but I'm not entirely sure. So that's an option. There's also the option to pursue Airline himself in the shipyard, which at the moment I don't think we're quite capable of handling. And there is the option to, you know, head out into the wilderness and grind up a few levels, because that may be something the game expects us to do to proceed in the main quest. That's something the older games tended to make you do from time to time. You just hit a brick wall at some point and you just were expected to explore a bit and find some more magic items, or, you know, grind a bit and then at some point just come back to where you left off and go on from there. I'm gonna leave it off here. I'm gonna make some preparations for turning this into a, you know, proper series with a proper amount of updates, because it seems to have, you know, caught at least the interest of some of you. And yeah, I find that rather, you know, justified, because this is an interesting game. And I hope you enjoyed watching. I thank you very much, and I wish you well. Bye for now.